Okay, I think I'm streaming. Let me see if I can hear myself. Audio check, because this has saved my butt a few times. Let me see. Okay, I can hear myself. That's good. Audio check. Awesome. Alright. That's good. Cool. And then, let's see, trick list is open. Alright, cool. Awesome. And I'm good to go. Alright, cool. Uh, Bert, hello, welcome in. How's it going? Glorious. Thank you kindly for the glorious. How are you doing today? Hopefully, everybody had a great Mother's Day. This was like maybe the most low-key Mother's Day I've ever had. So, that's good. Basically just texted my mother-in-law, emailed my mom, and then just worried about getting... I didn't even get cards for my wife, but I created them, so... Let's see. Bert says, I'm doing okay. It's been a sleepy day. Totally get it. I totally get it. I understand. Alright. I'm putting my cheating fingers on off camera for the first time in forever. Usually do it on camera, but anyway. Yeah, so for those who didn't know, I am a software engineer, but I work in the food industry. Mother's Day is one of the busiest days, so I was watching my workplace Slack channels and seeing things unfold. Super interesting. So that was fun. Let's see what else. Charlie's Beats, hello, welcome in. Charlie's Beats, thank you so much for the resub. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you kindly. Charlie's Beats, I know that you have signed the Ace of Spades, so everybody, if you didn't know, our friend Charlie's Beats signed the Ace of Spades. There we have it, Charlie's Beats. Welcome in, Charlie. How are you doing? Hopefully you had a great Mother's Day today. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. I'm super klutzy already. I haven't even done anything yet. This week has been a little busy, but I've been mostly perturbed. You could probably tell I sound better from like the nasal respiratory from last week, so that's good. But I've been suffering from another medical ailment all week, so it's been rough. But yeah. Anyway, tonight I'm having Darjeeling tea. So if you guys are hydrating, hydrate. This is like a super drastic difference from college because when I just said drink just now, it reminded me of like when I used to play. Actually, we would use regular decks of playing cards to play a bunch of drinking games, and so everybody would be like, a drink, and then everybody would drink alcohol. And now I'm basically advocating almost the exact opposite. Instead of drinking alcohol, it's like drink something that will hydrate you. So water, tea. I mean, it is late for people in the U.S., but I guess if you're on the other side of the world, you could be drinking coffee. Chan the Magic Man, hello, welcome in. How's it going, Chan? Hopefully you had a glorious Mother's Day today. My allergies, I mean, I still have them, but I don't sound as bad as I did last week, so that's good. I did spend time outside, but not 4 days in a row, so that was good. And it was rainy, so actually for anybody who doesn't have allergies, like rain will help diminish some of my symptoms. But yeah, thank you. Glad you're feeling better. Thank you, Chan. I am feeling better. Yes. For anybody who is in the United States or North America, there has been a massive, I forgot what they called it. It was I don't want to say a coronal mass ejection because that's a little bit different. But it was basically a big solar flare, I guess. And you could see the northern lights, the aurora borealis, for probably a couple hours here the last few days. So I did not get a chance to go see them live, but I saw a bunch of my friends went. Actually, the best time to go see them would probably be like right now, and I'm like, oh, that's stream time for me. So, but anyway, so yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. Anyway, the trick queue is open. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. There it is. I did get a chance to go to a restaurant to celebrate my friend's birthday, and she, it was like the first birthday gathering that she had after the pandemic, but we met at a restaurant, and it was just like 7 people, but I showed a bunch of magic tricks, so I was able to do a bunch of things on the fly. So it's good to know that I am not just a magician for camera. I can perform in real life. It is possible. So that was reassuring. Also, if one of my friends hops on and he says something in chat about Magic the Gathering, he doesn't have to redeem. I will perform some magic with Magic the Gathering cards for him. I guess I make an exception for real life friends. Chan says, Mother's Day was alright, I guess. I went to a restaurant and my mom was disappointed because of bad service, but the food is delicious though. Oh, my sympathies. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like, Mother's Day is a day in which restaurants are slammed. So, if you're comparing the service to most other days, I mean, try and see it from there, and if it was a super busy day, it might have been like the busiest day of the year for them. So Kisogo plays. Hi, you're cute. Welcome in, Kiso. So I was just catching people up on my week. Hello, friend. How's it going, guys? If you're not familiar with Kisogo, please give our friend Kisogo Plays a follow. Pretty sure you've signed a card, right? Yeah, Kisogo Plays has signed the 3 of Spades. Yeah, there we have it. Guys, I'm trying to become Crazy Asian Apprentice. Please support me. Yo, yeah, actually, full disclosure, if anybody didn't know, I was able to catch a Kisogo stream after a very long time. And we were chatting about stuff, but he was interested in learning some magic. So I sent over a couple of beginner tutorials because I had prepared them for others. And I was like, let me see how this goes. And so I sent him a couple of things. But yeah, you're welcome to let me know how you're doing if you want to learn more, or I'm getting my ass kicked by those tutorials, not gonna lie. Oh, okay. Actually, before we proceed, you can handle a regular deck of cards, right? Like, you know how to shuffle them, and you can deal cards, right? Because that's like kind of a prerequisite. If you don't know how to do that, then the card stuff will be difficult. All right, I see the first request from Chan the Magic Man. So let's go ahead and cut the deck into about 2 equal. They don't have to be exactly equal. Okay, I may be the worst apprentice ever. Pray for me, chat. No. There's no worst apprentice ever. I don't have enough apprentices to be like, you're the worst ever. So, okay, so this first pile, we're gonna need a card selected. So, if anybody would like to click directly on the screen, I believe we have heat map, simultaneously worst and best apprentice. I mean, actually, if Kisogo, you're actually doing stuff, you would be the only active apprentice that I have. So you're not wrong that I would be the worst, but you would also be the best. All right, I see we have a selection here. The only one, yeah, that's correct. Look. You don't have to tell anybody that you're the worst. You could just tell everybody that you're the best. You are the best apprentice. That's the best thing about being the only one. Okay, all right. So we have here this. It's the Joker. There's two Jokers. One has the black stars. The other one has the red stars. Do you want to stick with this, or do we want to choose a different one? It's fine if we want to go with this one. Just know that the two Jokers are different. I am the worst then? I mean, Sogo. Basic logic dictates that if there's only one. Different one after all the Jokers are wild. Yeah, all Jokers are wild. Okay. Alright. I see this one as the next choice. Okay, here we go. Alright guys, 8 of diamonds. It's okay that I see this, that's fine. That's not a big deal. What I just want you to know is that I'm placing the 8 of diamonds, whoops, into the middle of this packet right there, face up into a face down packet, okay? So, okay, next we're going to need a second card selected from this packet. And, let me spread that better. Phrasing. I'm sorry, I'm a child. Here, let me go ahead and eat those heat maps. We're going to clear those heat maps and then we'll have another selection. Delicious. Okay, go ahead and click now. Okay, so I see a second selection here. Alright, doesn't matter that I know what this is. That's okay. Thank you for getting the eat. And once again, doesn't matter that I know what it is. 6 of clubs. So we'll leave that in the middle of this packet. Once again, I'll just show you that we do have the 6 in this packet. Now, if I was to go ahead and just like straight up shuffle these together, that would not be difficult to find the cards, right? However, if I was to turn this pile over, and now if I shuffle them together, it's going to look pretty dirty. And some people think there's some shenanigans happening, but you know what? Let me just go ahead and just push them in very slowly, very cleanly, so you know that they are actually being shuffled. Once again, let's go ahead and do that again. And we're just going to cleanly push them in. So now this is extremely mangled. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do a couple of cuts. And one more, just for good measure. There we have it. And now, people who have OCD will shriek in terror. Hopefully it's a quiet shriek, especially if it's bedtime. Alright, let me grab this heat map here. There we go. Delicious. Okay, but we need to fix this. Now, normally I will call my friend the Deck Sock, but the Deck Sock also has a friend today. So here, Deck Sock, come on out, the true magical talent of the stream. He's brought his friend today, Steam Golem. I don't know if I've mentioned the Steam Golem on stream, but Steam Golem may have made one appearance once. So if you guys are familiar with the game Mage Knight, this is a Steam Golem from the original run of Mage Knight, while it was a collectible miniatures game. And the thing that it did was it can kill stuff. So Mage Knights have these stats, and these stats, when they take damage, will change because you click the bottom and the numbers change. You can't really see that, but I don't want to really block the deck at this point. So I'll show you in a second. But anyway, Steam Golem and Deck Sock will now show the magic that is the Deck Sock Steam Golem magic. Here we go. FYI, misdirection. That whole thing about Mage Knights, true, but misdirection. I don't know if you can tell, the entire deck has fixed itself. All of the cards are now facing in the same direction. All of the cards except for 2 cards. And normally I would do this trick with the deck sock, but today I let the deck sock do the trick with Steam Golem. 2 of them, 2 cards. That's all you need to know. But if I go ahead and I turn these 2 cards over, any guesses as to what these 2 cards are? You should probably remember, because one of them is the 6 of clubs, and the other one is the 8 of diamonds. And that, my friends, is Triumph Squared. This was a triumph. Do 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 do. You know, I don't think I'm that great a singer, but I'm going to stop just in case there's going to be any sort of DMCAs. Just in case. As though it's enforceable when I'm going do 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 do. I my brain is gone, says Kisogo Plays. My sympathies. You should collect it back up and reabsorb it. I don't want to say eat it, because if you eat parts of your brain, that goes to a different place. So it's not it's not really the best for I'm having an out-of-body experience. Whoa, okay, all right. So you definitely don't want to be eating it, because if you have an out-of-body experience with things going down this way, that's called the porcelain throne. That's your out-of-body experience going that way. Oh, man. I cannot believe I made these jokes. Anyway, thank you so much for that request, Chan. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you kindly for the deck sock emotes, everybody. Confirmed Crazy wants me to eat my own brain. That would make you a zombie. That's just what it is. I mean, I guess you would want others. Oh, thanks for clearing that, Chan. Greatly appreciate it. Alright, while we're here, once again, guys, if you're not following our friend Kisogo Plays, please give Kisogo Plays a follow. Variety streamer, plays a lot of games, has just talking streams where he talks about alcohol and cocktails. Let's see. Guys, let's go ahead and have some more shoutouts. We have, if you're not following our friend and mod, Gibson Lens, please give Gibson Lens a follow. Gibson Lens, pianist, has a bunch of his own originals, a couple of which are new to us, but old to him, for a video game that no longer exists. So, I mean, it has existed before, so it still exists, but you can't get it because it was a Flash game. So, but it was Fantasy of the Sword spelled S-O-R-D. But yeah, definitely give Gibson Lens a follow. Guys, if you're not following our friend Chan the Magic Man, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. Chan, one of the other few magicians that on Twitch that also has a regular magic schedule, usually does Magic Mondays, but Chan also does music, and Chan does a ton of other variety streams, including retro games, community games, just chatting, and of course, magic. So, definitely give Chan the Magic Man a follow. He also recently did a week of magic last week, so that was... Chan, I actually went back and looked at some of those VODs. I was like, well done! You basically did magic like every day, so well done. Let's see here. Guys, you're not following our friend Charlie's Beats. Please give Charlie's Beats a follow. Charlie is a Twitch friend, one of the strongest supporters of this stream, has signed the Ace of Spades in the deck, so... I often see Charlie in pretty much every other stream that I hang out in, so that's the... but when Charlie has streamed, I've seen him stream video games, but Charlie's also a musician. Alright, let's see here. Did I miss anybody? Hold on, I'm just scrolling through. Alright, awesome. Cool. Okay, alright. Kisogo, you have selected You Can't Choose This Card. Alright, awesome. Let's do that trick. Actually, I can do this a little bit interestingly, I think. Let me find some cards here. And then we will proceed to perform. You cannot choose. Which card should we not let you choose? I think we should not let you choose this random 7 of diamonds. That sounds appropriate, right? Alright, so for this particular trick, you cannot choose the 7 of diamonds. So if you guys want to play along, you're going to try and track where the 7 of diamonds is. Gibson Lens, you beat me to it. Oh! FYI, if anybody didn't know, Gibson Lens, one of the fastest mods. Bans all the bots. Thanks for getting that bot. Alright, so here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Now, I just want you to know that you cannot select the 7 of diamonds. I know, it seems super weird because look, if I show you, here's a 7 of diamonds. Now, place that there. Just keep track that there's the 7 of diamonds. However, this other card also happens to be the 7 of diamonds. Now, if you choose any of these 7 of diamonds, you win the game. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you that, you know, this can't pop. Oh, that is also the 7 of diamonds. Oh, yeah. And then, of course, we have our last card right here, which I don't know if you know, is also the 7 of diamonds. So here's the thing. I don't want you to choose the 7 of diamonds. But if you can choose the 7 of diamonds, you will win the game. I know. So all you have to do is, actually, if you're playing at home, go ahead and if you're on desktop, click on the card that you believe is the 7 of diamonds. I just realized that if you are not on desktop, let me give you some numbers. If you want to play at home, we can also do numbers here. So you can either click on the screen or put in chat. If you click on the screen, we can't connect the heat maps to anything. But if you put it in chat, we'll know because we see your name. So plausible deniability whether you won or lost the game. All right. Okay, so it looks like we got one person saying that it is here on number 1. Excellent. This is probably a good reminder if anybody has been sitting around for a while and has not hydrated. Good time to hydrate. Okay. All right. So Ryan B 44, welcome in. How's it going? Ryan B says 3. Okay, excellent, cool. So we have one person, one unknown person on 1, one person on 3. All right, let's start with number 4. All right, guys. I know that you saw 4, 7 of diamonds, but if you had chosen the number 4, you would be incorrect because that is actually our friend Kisogo plays, the 3 of spades. So no, that's not correct. However, let's go ahead. Nobody chose number 2, and it's very. Actually, let me just slide that out. You know what? Let's go ahead and do number 1. So if you were a mysterious person that chose number 1, congratulations! You have chosen the Ace of Spades that was signed by Charlie's Beats. I'm sorry, that's not the 7 of diamonds. You did not win. I'm sorry. My sympathies. All right. Well, Ryan B, I'm so happy that you selected the number 3 because I don't know if you know, but the number 3 happens to be the Queen of Clubs, which is also signed by our friend Chan the Magic Man, who is another magician. Chan said no, he couldn't win, and so therefore he was like, Ryan B can't win either, and so he just swapped himself in for the 7 of diamonds. I'm so sorry. Well, I wouldn't mess with Chan. Chan's a mod here now, so he's also a magician. Anyway, all right. So for those of you who selected 1, 3, or 4, I'm sorry, you did not win. But for those of you who did choose number 2, congratulations, you chose the Gibson Lens, the Ace of Hearts. Actually, not at all the 7 of diamonds. So anyway, I don't know if you guys know, but the name of the trick says it all. You can't choose the 7 of diamonds. Um, and that, my friends, is a con. So you don't play games like this on the street. There's your lesson for today, kids. And for those of you who was able to see my presentation at TwitchCon, I didn't do this trick, but you know that I have enough decks where I could have had duplicates with the backs, but man. But I think only so Gibson Lens would know, because Gibson Lens knows how many decks I took home. Thank you kindly for the claps. Thank you kindly for the request, Kisogo Plays. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, Ryan B. Thanks for clearing that, Chan. Alright. Let's see here. Let's get set up for the next trick requested by Charlie's Beats. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to anybody who just hopped in. I just realized I don't introduce myself that often, so let me introduce myself. If there's anybody new watching, hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian, spelled with a K, 2 E's, 3 N's. But I like to do sleight of hand card magic, so here we are. We're having a good time. Happy Mother's Day to anybody who has a mother out there. I think conceptually everybody does, but I understand that there could be a very source if there's some not present mothers. So my apologies, but if you have matriarchal fathers, does that make sense? Motherly fathers? Would that be more appropriate? They count too. I was just wondering if what happens if alien species, so people who watch Star Trek, species 8472, if they were to have parental holidays, but I think in their universe they had like 5 like sexes or genders, so it's like, would there be a different day that they... The Rusty Panda, welcome in. Thank you so much for the resub. Greatly appreciate it. Guys, if you didn't know, the Rusty Panda mod here also has signed the Ace of Diamonds. Ah, yes, thanks for shouting out the Rusty Panda. And if you're not following our friend the Rusty Panda, please give the Rusty Panda a follow. The Rusty Panda, singer-songwriter, and also does interview streams on Wednesdays. They are called Wiki Wednesday. So it's a very unique interview stream format, so check it out. But anyway, welcome in. Hopefully someone keeps gifting me subs. Lol. Do you know who Zertle Tiff is? Because I think that was the person who gave... Actually, hold on, let me scroll up for... Okay, yeah. It shows the name in chat for me. So okay, next up we have a request from Charlie's Beats called Ace on Top. Oh, let me eat this heat map here. Wait, I didn't grab it. Ah, there we go. Delicious. Okay, so we have 5 cards here. Let me show them to you. We have the... let me do that this way. We have the Ace of Spades, signed by a friend, Charlie's Beats. And then we have the 2 of Spades, the 3 of Spades, the 4 of Spades, and then the 5 of Spades. Now, Kaner Gaming, welcome in. How's it going, Kaner? How do you do? Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome in. Okay, so now here's the thing. This is not so much a trick as it is a game. I just want you to follow which card is on top, okay? And so the card that's on top right now, a lot of people would think it is the 5 of Spades, but if you just watch very carefully, this is where the magical move happens. Finally catch your stream. Well, thank you kindly for catching the stream. I know I'm I'm a very rare unicorn. I only have one stream a week usually. But one day I hope to stream some more. There's some video games that are old that I want to revisit and maybe stream those. But in the interim, here we go. There's the magical move. I don't know if you could tell. So important question, which card's on the top? I think a lot of people would say the 5. But actually, this is the game because right now, the card that's on top is the ace. I don't know if you know. Chan says the ace. Perfect. Chan knows. So, there's the ace. Now here's the thing. All of the cards will arrange themselves in ascending order. So if the ace was first, what follows the ace? The 2. So now, what follows the 2? I think a lot of people would say the 3. And with that, you would be correct because here's the 3. And now we have the 4 and the 5. Important question. What card is this? I'll give you all a moment to just guess. I may be hydrating a lot tonight because my throat is still slightly bothersome, but at least I sound normal to myself and outwardly. Because I was sick last week, for anybody who missed it. Ace, says Chan. So let me show you. Yeah, if you said the 5, some people who are snarky, they would say the 4. But actually, if you've been paying attention, this card is now on top, right? And so let me show you. This card is indeed the ace. And it's followed by the 2, which is followed by the 3, and then it's followed by the 4, and then it's followed by the 5. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? But that's okay. We're not done yet. So, we have the ace of spades. Let me go ahead and I place it into the middle of the deck, or the pack. So, like right here. Okay, it's clearly not on the top. And if I show you, it's not on the bottom. It's going actually into the middle. Important question, where's the ace? If you said on the top, you'd be right. Because look, it has jumped up to the top. Now, let me go ahead and grab the ace, and I'm going to place it clearly into the middle, like this. It's definitely going into the middle of the packet. But now if I snap, I'm just kidding. I did that for effect. I don't need to snap. The pack just self-reorganizes. It just happens, right? Like, so now if I just show you the top card, because look, the ace has hopped up to the top. And some people think, oh, shenanigans, there's duplicates. And it's like, no, no, no. I mean, look, it's signed. Like, you could just, every single time you see it, it's signed by Charlie Sweets. Requester of this trick, and in chat right now. Anyway, so, but what if we remove the ace from the packet just for now? What would then come up to the top? If you said the 2, you would be correct, because here's the 2. Now, if I grab the 2 and place it clearly the furthest away where it's supposed to be, the bottom, like this, if I close that up, you're right, I don't really have to snap, because look, the pack has just self-reorganized itself. So now if I show you, it has actually jumped up to the top. I know, is that weird? That's super weird, right? Okay, here's the weirdest thing. Do you believe that I could do this trick with the cards face up? Because, okay, here, let me just... Okay, so if I have all of the cards in this configuration here, what would we need to do? So the 2 would have to jump all the way up to this position. The 3 would have to slide into the middle. The 4 would have to tick over 1. The 5 has to jump all the way down to the bottom, and the ace has to jump all the way up to the top. So that's all of the movement that would have to occur in order for this to be correct. However, all we have to do is just one simple thing. The simple thing is if I just find the ace and I place the ace on the top, the packet should be able to self-correct itself. Welcome in. I am the king of your stream, Magic Man. Thank you kindly for announcing yourself. And yes, Chan the Magic Man is here as well. So there we have it. But as you can tell, the ace is already here. But what follows the ace? If you can count, please count along. Ace. 2. What comes after 2? 17. No, that's the joke that I play with my 2-year-old. 3. 4. And of course, 5. And that, my friends, is ace on top. Charlie's Beats, thank you so much for the request. Hopefully you enjoyed. Once again, our friend Charlie's Beats, signer of the Ace of Spades.
Default _overlay _message, undefined.
Okay, I just heard some stuff, and I don't know how that... So, long story short, I did do some updates recently to stream sound alerts. I assume that was related. I don't know what I broke. So, oops. Actually, you know that I didn't have time to check. Let me just so I did add a new sound effect. Let me see if this works. No, that one worked. Okay.
Default _overlay _message, undefined.
Oh, it's literally going to happen after every single thing. Do you guys hear that? Default _. I guess that's just going to be a funny thing for the rest of this stream. Yes! Thank you for confirming. That'll be fun, I guess. I will hear a voice from the ethereal, from the default ethereal. Alright. Oh, well. I'll have to look into that. Look, I'm in Orlando and have a 7 a.m. flight, so I'm going to go. Just want to stop in and have a great night. Okay, Rusty Panda, thank you so much for stopping in. Have a glorious night. Sleep well. Hopefully everything goes well with the flight and you catch it and it's not a Boeing. Sorry, too soon? Too soon. All right. Have a good night. All right, next up we have a request from Chan. I think it was a random request from Chan. Says the Rusty Panda. Yes. I guess based on the laugh, I think that means it's not a Boeing, so thank goodness. Alright, let's see here. Chan, since you requested this, do you want to be one of the burglars? Because then I'll just use the 4 queens. But if you don't, then I'll just use something else. Let me know, Chan, if you would like to be one of the 4 burglars. Sure, okay. Chan, what are you robbing today? You're robbing cards. Okay, alright. Got it. So, oh, wait. Oh, that's just saying the queen of clubs. Okay. Chan, what would you like to rob? Or what would you like me to theme this story as? Let's see, what might make sense? I guess it would make sense for Chan to rob cards, because he's also a magician. But also, I know, Chan, you like mac and cheese, right? So you could be thieving mac and cheese. What else might make sense for you to, I guess, burglarize? Retro games? Okay, alright. Sure, if you want to retro game. Actually, this is good because I recently just saw an article about a recent auction for what was the game? It was like one of the original copies of Castlevania on NES, right? And so it went for like, was it hundreds of thousands of dollars? I think it went for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because it was original in its packaging, brand new. First Castlevania. All right, here we go. All right. So, first things first, we have the 4 queens. These 4 queens all happen to be part of Chan's team. Chan, represented by the Queen of Clubs, going to be attempting to rob a retro game store. Now, this retro game store happens to have an original NES cart, first edition. I know that Chan plays very retro classic games. Millipede. I know you've played Millipede. I've seen you play Millipede. So this is Millipede attempted theft. However, it has extra high security for a retro game shop, and so we have our team. The team consists of the Queen of Diamonds. The team consists of the Queen of Spades. The team consists of the Queen of Hearts. And of course, the Queen of Clubs is Chan the Magic Man. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to have them hash out a plan to get into this retro game shop. And so Chan says, okay, all right, okay, this retro game shop is in a mall. So Chan says, okay, you go and break into the mall before opening hours so that they could open the door to let everybody else in. Then this one, okay, you go and find the retro game store. We won't use any real retro game stores names because we like retro game stores and we would never endorse thieving really anything for any reason, but especially not retro game stores. Their margins are thin. Okay. All right, and then this one, okay, you locate the cartridge, this original first edition Millipede NES game, and get it. And then Chan, he's going to be waiting by the door, trying to make sure that security does not come around. However, Chan happens to see mall security coming around. And Chan says, hey, everybody, we have to get ready to go. Mall Cop is coming. I don't know if anybody's seen the Mall Cop movie. It is old and dated, so that may put me into this like old dated category of, oh, he's old enough to have seen, Mall Cop. But anyway, but Chan, being a great magician, is both prepared and had that plan to get everybody all up into the same place. And even though it's just a suburban mall, they all decide to run up onto the roof of this mall. And there they had a helicopter waiting for them. And so they all run into the helicopter and fly away. And the mall cop is left behind. Here's the mall cop. There you go. The mall cop's a jester, right? And that, my friends, is my handling performance of a trick called Four Burglars, but re-themed, starring Chan the Magic Man, thieving a retro game shop for one of the original first edition Millipede NES cartridges. Thanks for clearing that, Chan the Magic Man. Hopefully you enjoyed. All right. Ryan B., your request is up next. Just want to double check, Ryan B., are you okay with interacting with this trick? Let me know, and then we will prepare for the trick. All right. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, Ryan B. Ryan B says, sure. Excellent. All right. So, the purpose of the 8-card brainwave is I'm going to try and use 8 cards and get on the same wavelength as you. Now, a lot of people just think of that as reading your mind, but I'm not going to delude you. It is simply trying to match enough wavelength so that everything is cool and coincidental by the end of the trick. Now, I don't want you to think that I am leading you to make any specific decisions. We have not planned anything. However, psychological manipulation is not beneath me, so you are welcome to go ahead and change your answer after your first initial gut reaction, just in case I could predict you. So, I'm going to have you look at 8 cards Ryan B, and I want you to select one. But you don't have to select your first instinct or even your second instinct. Maybe go with your third or fourth, because there's no way I could have predicted that, right? And so, yeah. So now, the manipulation may or may not have begun. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and share with you the 8 cards. Now, Ryan B, now is the time I would like you to think of one of these cards. And then once you have your firm decision, as I said, maybe not your first, maybe not your second. Although if you want to, second guess yourself and choose your first choice, that's okay too. But once you have a firm selection in mind, committed, let us know in chat, and then we will proceed. And if anybody has been sitting around for a bit and has not hydrated, hydrate away. Okay. Do I tell you what it is? Okay, yep. If you have confirmed what it is, at this point, the camera will not break away. Go ahead and tell me in chat which card it was that you have selected, and then I will show you that perhaps I knew all along which card has gotten us on the same wavelength. Brainwaves. 4 of diamonds. 4 of diamonds. Ryan B. Nobody chooses the 4 of diamonds. Yet you have chosen the 4 of diamonds. Any particular reason why you've chosen the 4 of diamonds? Because I don't know if you know. Here's your 4 of diamonds. I just want to show you that the rest of these cards all happen to be red-backed cards. However, this 4 of diamonds is not. And that, my friends, is brainwave. Ryan B says, "Oh my gosh," with the mind blown. Thank you kindly for the request, Ryan B. Hopefully you enjoyed. Yes. Yes, says Ryan B. Now might be a good time for the disclaimer. Guys, everything that you see on stream is just sleight of hand magic. I have not signed any deals with the devil. I'm practicing any black magic or sorcery. But even if I had real magic, that's probably what I would say anyway. Should I have a counter for how many times I do the disclaimer? I kind of do it as like a funny thing now. It's like yeah, Trick You is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. In the interim, okay. I want to show something that I got at the Magic Convention. I'm not going to be doing anything weird with it because, now, just for comparison. Oh, you should have a hydrate counter? You know what, Chan? That's a good idea. I should probably have that. Okay. So, you guys remember the large deck. The large deck being approximately 4 times as large as a regular poker-sized deck of cards. However, when I went to the one-day Magic Convention, I made a purchase of a deck of cards. A deck of cards that is even larger than this one. Yes, you heard that right. A deck of cards that is even larger than this one. This will be the first time that I show it on stream, and it may not be the only time I pull it out, but I'm probably not going to be trying any tricks with it, or at least not initially, because I cannot hold the cards except like... Anyway, let me just show you how gigantic these are. Okay. Alright, hold on to your hats, hold on to your butts, hold on to whatever you hold on to, because here is how big these gigantic cards are. Are you ready? You can see the shadow being cast. These are truly jumbo playing cards. So here's the size difference. Says Ryan B. Yeah. So this is, hold on, one. It is bigger than two of these. And so the one drawback is that these are actually bicycle cards. And so they're like air cushioned and stuff. These are not, but these are plastic coated, but they're not very good for handling. However, when I saw them, I immediately fell in love and knew that I had to purchase them even if I could just show them on stream. Here is how gigantic the cards are. Yep, that is right. So here, that's a joke. Oh yeah, these are still, I think, in relatively new deck order. Oh no. Oh yeah. So, yep, here we are. So these are obliteratingly huge. I do not think doing any sleights with... I can't even hold and shuffle these. These I can conceivably shuffle. These I don't even think... Yeah, this is the lawn deck of cards. Yes, that is correct. This is like, I want to show cards to my neighbor. Not just my single neighbor that lives next door really close. My neighbor that lives 4 doors down and can just happen to see through my window because of how the houses are angled. This is that deck of cards. This is the deck of cards. It's not that I want to show somebody that happens to pass my house. It is the deck of cards that you use if you live near an airport and you want everybody to see all the cards when they fly over your house from the airport. Imagine doing invisible palm. All right, guys. Let me see if I can even. I can't shuffle these. Okay, hold on. Let me break it in the middle. Oh wait, because they're still kind of. Let me just try and shuffle them. That will be a triumph all by itself. If I can just shuffle. Okay, I've got to use my arms as well. I can't just use my hands. My hands are too small. I will confess, oftentimes when I hear people say I have small hands, it's not really an excuse. However, when the deck is relatively this large compared to your hands, I think I'm going to give them a pass from now on. So I shuffled, yes. Yay. Thanks for the yays, Bert. Okay, all right. Let me attempt another shuffle. Okay, all right. All right. Okay. Okay, let me see. All right, we're going to try. Somebody said invisible palm. Okay, let me try and get all right, here we go. I'm going to place those off to the side. Okay. All right, guys. Look, we have 4 cards. 4 cards. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is can you even see? Hold on. Maybe actually invisible hands might be easier. Or no, I can't even get far enough back. Okay, all right. Look, you see 1 card over here and 3 cards over here, right? However, if I just shake them really fast, I don't know if you can see, but man, this is highly difficult to do. But one of them has moved from this hand to this hand. I don't know if you can see that, but look. I know, that's super weird, right? Okay. Okay. That probably looked horrible, but that's okay. Alright, now, what we're going to need to do is now we're going to try and get one of these cards from over here to over there. And we'll just do that by shaking. I don't know if you could tell that this one is melting away and then this one is appearing. Is that crazy or what? Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to do the final reveal phase reveal on this. This is a little ludicrous. Okay, all right. Ugh. Okay, how horrible was that? Was that pretty horrible? All right, I may want to do an Invisible Hands redemption arc with regular sized cards. But anyway, yeah, so that is the new jumbo deck that I have. So just showing that off, let you guys know that it exists. I don't necessarily want to offer it up for a Scandalous Shuffle, but it is here, so you can request the Scandalous Shuffle. That's fine. It will be difficult to shuffle. Let's put it that way. However, I did get it for a bargain. I assumed that something like this would be like, I don't know, 30 bucks or something. It was pre-opened, but the cards are actually pretty good, almost nowhere, and I got it for 10 bucks. So that's not bad. Anyway, fully worth the lols, I think. And honestly, if I ever need more YouTube content, here it is. Easy. Not easy content, but easy YouTube idea for content, I guess. I may have to tape up this box a little bit. It is a little bit ripped. Okay, alright. Okay, we're going to hop back up here for a second, and I'm going to... Let's do that. Okay, good. Okay, let's see here. We are going to... Alright, we're going to attempt to do Invisible Hands, but we're the regular size deck of cards. Alright, we have the 4 aces here. We have the Ace of Diamonds, have the Ace of Spades, the Ace of Hearts, and the Ace of Clubs. Okay, so here's what I want to do. We're going to go ahead and show you that we have 3 cards over here, 1 card over here, and we're going to make 1 card jump from over here to over here because this will be 2 cards. Just in a second, because look, it's going to melt away. I don't know if you could tell, and then hop over here. It's pretty good, right? Okay. All right. Okay, so next thing we want to do is ZD Major 7, thank you so much for the raid. Let me go ahead and place these down for a second. Hands are up. ZD Major 7, welcome in. You know what? I will start this trick over in a second. So, guys, if you're not following our friend ZD Major 7, please give ZD Major 7 a follow. Musician. Part of the part of a video game music orchestra. So thank you for getting the shout out in the how-tos mods. Thank you very much. And what did I just see? What? ZD Major 7, thank you so much for the resub. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. We were just in the middle of a trick. I was going to start it over, especially if there are raiders. I will start the trick over for the raiders as well. But how was the stream? Hopefully it went well. Let's see. Welcome in, friends. So welcome in ZD Major 7, Gibson Lens, Charlie's Beats, Meow 2, Pinecone. Welcome in. How's it going? Kenichi Senpai. Welcome in. Saki 830, welcome in Saki. Z Major, nice and fun. I got raids from WMGSO and Meow 2 as well. Excellent. Well, welcome in, everybody. Thank you for raiding in. For those of you who don't know me, I think most of you know me at this point, but for those of you who don't know me, hi, my name is... Thank you for the follow, Kenichi Senpai. Hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian, spelled this weird way, with a K, two E's, three N's. But I like to do sleight of hand card magic, so that's mostly what my stream is. As is tradition, I will now put you on mobile and go get ice cream. That is a good tradition. So hopefully enjoy your ice cream, and let me, if anybody who has come in from the raid, if you've never been here before, I use StreamerSonglist filled with magic tricks to let chat request tricks. So if anybody wants to request anything, feel free. We just have one in the queue right now, which I will do, and then if anybody else wants to request. If you don't know what to request but you want to see more magic, just do a random request, and that will be good. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and start over. And here we have the 4 aces. Let me introduce these aces to you. We have the ace of hearts. We have the ace of spades. We have the ace of diamonds. And then we have the ace of clubs. All right, so what I want to do with these aces is we're going to go ahead and try and have one of these cards jump from over here to over here, but not in like a weird way, in a magical way. So look, if I just shake, one of those cards melts from over here and then appears over here. I don't know if you saw that jump, but it looks way more impressive in real life because over stream, like the 20 FPS is really playing into my favor here. However, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do that again. We're going to break one of the rules of magic. So look, we have 2 and 2, and look, if I just shake, one of those cards is going to melt from one side and jump over to the other side. I don't know if you can tell, but look. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? Okay, and now the last one, let me just go ahead and show you that we have the ace of clubs right here, and we want to change the ace of clubs. Not that using the aces was weird for this, but maybe I wanted to use like the queens or something instead. And so let me just go ahead and just give this a shake, and all of these will change. I don't know if you could tell, but that ace of clubs has now changed into the queen of clubs, signed by our friend and mod, Chan the Magic Man, who's a magician, and I guess that explains why all these aces are now queens. And that, my friends, is a trick. I love the concept that the magic way is not a weird way. Is that weird? Is that weird? I do say that's weird, right? Is that weird? Like, I should probably have like a line for that. Thank you kindly for the claps. Kenichi Senpai, Gibson Lens, Ryan B. And let's see here. Kenichi Senpai says, "You're welcome, Crazy Asian, for the follow. Yeah, glad to raid and be here. Any friend of Z Major 7 Meow 2, worth a follow." Thank you. Thank you kindly. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Oi Ranak. Welcome in. How's it going, Oi Ranak? Thank you for coming in from the raid. Alright, we just had a raid come through. Currently, the trick queue is empty. If anybody would like to see some more tricks, here's how you can request some. In the interim, let me put in a quick one so that if anybody who wants to see some more, I will do another quick trick. Alright, it got the right one because I used the word owl this time. Alright, so this is a trick. You may have seen other magicians perform it on TV, YouTube. It's going to use 4 coins. I'm going to place them into four corners of an imaginary square here. We're going to use 4 cards like this. I'm going to cover each card. I'm going to cover each coin with 1 card. And then Meow2 says, "How often do you learn add new ones? I didn't see any new." Yeah, I don't. I do learn new ones pretty often, but I don't add too many because I have to feel like it's very intrinsic. Honestly, a lot of what I do now on stream is like I will re-theme a trick that's on the trick list. Like earlier today, I did the trick called Four Burglars, but we re-themed it as Chan the Magic Man instead of robbing a bank, which is like the usual plot. He was robbing a retro game store to try and get a first edition, brand new copy of Millipede for NES. That's that's what we rethemed it to, and so that's been fun. But honestly, if anybody wants to see me perform new tricks to keep my repertoire up and things, a lot of that ends up being on my YouTube. So if anybody wants to check out my YouTube, I have over 300 magic videos on my YouTube channel. So check it out. Hawk6 Phoenix, welcome in. How's it going? All right, first things first. I'm going to try and make this coin jump from here to there, but not in a very surreptitious way. It happens pretty quick, in a very magical way, because look, it happens pretty fast. Now we're going to make this one jump from here to there. Happens pretty fast. Pay attention. Don't blink. If you close your eyes, this last one happens pretty quick. And that, my friends, is a trick. Ooh, those cards look like the ones I got. Yeah, so these are actually the TwitchCon deck cards that if anybody came to my interactive workshop, I taught some people how to do some magic tricks, and we talked about Magic Twitch, which they're not that many people on Twitch that perform magic tricks, especially those with a regular schedule. So if you want to see more of us, check that link out. Right now we know of 4. Me, Chan the Magic Man, who is also in chat right now, and then 2 others. So check us out. Alright, so that was the basic coin matrix. And I've been practicing this one as well. Let me also do the cardless coin matrix. So this one I've been practicing a little bit. Oh, it would be helpful if you could see the magical screen. So this is a little bit different in that it's just going to use the 4 coins and my hands instead of the cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my hands cover these, and we're going to go ahead and make them teleport. So here's the first one. It happens very quickly. So Unfocused in IA, how's it going? Welcome in. Hopefully you are doing well. Just stopping in to say hi. Have a great night. Have a great night, Nalani. Take care. All right, next one. Next one's going to happen pretty quick as well. Let's do it again. So we have 3 over here, and then we have 1 over here, and now we're just going to do that last one like this. And that, my friends, is the cardless version. All right, excellente. Oiranak, thank you kindly for the, I don't know what that that emote is. Allah. Okay. Cool, says Ryan B. Thanks, Ryan B. Thank you kindly for the claps. Meow too. All right. Let's see here. I know ZD Major. Thank you so much for the bits. Unfocused and IA. Nalani, thank you so much. You didn't have to. Let's see. Actually, Nalani, I don't believe you have signed a card in the new Twitch deck. I know you had signed an ace in the old Twitch deck, but you get to sign a card in the new Twitch deck. So let me know if you want to sign any of these. And here's the ZD Major 7 one, which is the one I was looking for anyway. Uh, but yeah, let me know, and we will put unfocused in IA on that card. So these are signed, but these are unsigned. So take your pick. Which one? Yeah, it's the I can't believe it's not butter emote. Oh, okay. I have not seen that commercial for a very long time, but in my mind, Heart 5. It looks like we have the 5 of hearts right here for unfocused in IA, aka Nalani. Guys, if you're not following our friend Nalani, aka Unfocused NIA, please give Unfocused NIA a follow. Musician, plays guitar, piano, singer-songwriter. I actually have listened to a bunch of uh, Nalani's music. So, all right, where's my? I have to look for my Sharpie. Oh yeah, if anybody is wondering about the signing of cards, if anybody wants to sign a card, here's how to support and sign a card. And if you happen to request a trick, I typically try and use your card for it if possible. So, all right. So here we go. Unfocused. I have to be very focused doing this. I don't want to mess up the name because I almost messed up somebody's name before. Actually, I almost messed up Avo's name before. So that don't want to do it. So unfocused in IA. Okay, making sure. I know what it is, but I just IA. Okay, cool. And that is unfocused in IA. Thank you so much, Nalani. Greatly appreciated. Okay, all right. Let's see. For the Raiders, let's perform another trick. And you know what? We can use ZD Major 7's 8 of Spades. Now, the 8 of Spades is magically connected to you, chat, because I don't know if you know, because of the raid, you're now magically connected. Welcome in, Obi-Wan. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well tonight. Now, look, if I go ahead and I grab the 8 of Spades, signed by our friend ZD Major 7, if we call the 8 of Spades back up to the top, look, it's going to jump back up to the top. I don't know if you know, but look, it's right here. Checks out, says ZD Major 7. Yeah, there it is. Now, here's the other thing. We just got the power. We don't want to waste it. So, look, I'm going to go ahead and place it into the middle of the deck once again. And importantly, we didn't snap yet, and chat didn't call. So, it's some other card on the top. But look, if we just use that energy to pull the 8 of Spades back up, we get ZD Major 7 signed 8 of Spades back at the top. Let's see. I remember you didn't give my name a card signed by you in Las Vegas. Yeah, you signed a card, right, Saki? That's in my Vegas deck. I can pull that out in a second. So here, some people think that magicians will swap out a card, but look, if I show you, it's the same card because it's the ZD Major 7 signed one right there. But look, if I go ahead and I grab it and take it and place it in the middle of this packet, grab this whole packet and place it in the middle of this packet. Some people think magicians will hide it on the top. Some people think that they'll hide it on the bottom, but that is not the case. Because, and that happened to be Unfocused in IA's signed 5 of hearts. But if we just snap, that's going to bring ZD Major 7 back up to the top. And that, my friends, is a very ambitious card trick. Let's see. I'm just going to do this for my own stats mostly. So I can disregard what's going on there. All right, so let's see. Saki is wondering about a signed card from TwitchCon. Let's see. Do you remember if the card you signed was blue or red, Saki? Or what it was? All right, let's. Oh no, I think this one was the second. I saw you earlier on, right, Saki? So it might have been in this one, I think. Let's see here. Let's see. Doo doo doo. Red. Oh no. Okay, yeah. Is red this one? There you go. Saki. Guys, you're not following our friend Saki. Please give Saki a follow. I was able to meet Saki last year at TwitchCon, but singer. And yeah, thank you kindly for giving Saki a shout out, Chan. Yes, this is a diamond. That's right. So 9 of diamonds. Here we go. That's the one. So yeah, I have all of my Twitch decks here. I just have to pull out the ones that have whoever's name in whichever one. So, all right, here we could do one for using these 9s with Saki's 9 here. So, let me clear out this heat map here for a second. Delicious. Wow, did you know 9 is my lucky number? What a coincidence. I mean, I didn't know, but I forget. Did you choose a card or did I have you randomly choose a card? Because I did a bunch of card tricks. And some people I let them choose any card, and then some other people I just let them choose from a random card. So I don't remember. But okay, anyway. So I want to do something interesting with these cards. If I turn them all face up, I want to turn them face up, but only one card at a time. But if I did it like that, that's just cheating because I literally just turned the card over, and that's not magical. So what I'm going to do instead is, if I hold the packet and give it a magical twist, that magical twist is actually going to turn up one of the 9s. If I show you, I think it should be the 9 of clubs. Now here's the part that's going to get people, so don't break your gaze. I'm going to hold the packet and give it another magical twist. 9 of clubs will turn itself face down. 9 of hearts should turn itself face up. Is that weird? Super weird, right? Excuse me. Still getting over some allergies. Anyway, if I hold the packet, give another magical twist, that will turn up the 9 of spades. Is that weird? Super weird, right? Now, some people think that the 9 of diamonds is the hardest one to sway, because the other 9s you can pay off, but the 9 of diamonds, a lot of money, because it's 9 of diamonds. But even if I give it one magical twist, 9 of diamonds does not want to turn itself face up. I don't know if it's that or if it's because Saki is rich. No, I don't know if Saki's rich or not financially, but I know that Saki is rich in the emotional, spiritual self because Saki travels the world. Saki sings and expresses herself, and so that's how we know. Saki is rich. Oh, Oi Renak, thank you so much for the follow. But actually, all the cards are face down, but Saki, are you on desktop? I think this packet of cards needs your magical touch. If anybody is on desktop, go ahead and click directly on the screen on this packet. We should see heat maps show up. So everybody start clicking on the packet because it will give it enough magic to turn Saki's 9 of diamonds face up. Look, we got 2 people there. All right, we got 3. All right, anybody else wants to give the magic to the packet so that we can get Saki to come out? Here we go. Ready? Now, just one finger. That's it. Because the work is already done. Because Saki, this is enough magic for the 9 of diamonds. Saki signed 9 of diamonds to come out of hiding. She is rich. She has new SM7B. Meow, meow, touch or touche, depending on context. Anyway, Saki. So yes, I still have your card. It's not this one. It's not in this deck that I'm mostly using nowadays because if anybody subscribes or donates, they get to sign a card in this deck because these other decks are basically full. So yeah. All right. But anyway, thanks for coming back and hanging out with us, Saki, and thanks for staying after the raid. Okay, thanks. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna eat these heat maps. Here we go. Delicious. All right. All right. Let's see. I kind of want to do. Let me see. There's a couple of tricks I think I should probably do. Let me grab some cards here. Okay, let me see. There's 3 versions of this. Let's hope it gets the right one. Nope. Of course not, StreamerSonglist. No, no. That's not the one I want. Oh, actually, let me also put this one in there. And then, oh, this classic one. Okay. I just like to have these stats for myself afterwards. Magic that will come true. Everybody always hopes that there are some kinds of magic that will come true, such as, true love and I don't know. Usually, I think it's true love. Other times, it's like make me rich. But okay. All right. So we have 8 cards here. There's 4 red face cards and 4 black spot cards. Now I'm going to try and mix them together. Now, for those of you who have never seen this trick before, this is a trick that is going to simulate making oil and water interact with each other. And in this case, the red face cards will be the oil, the less dense oil, and that should float up to the top. So I'm going to leave these face down right here. And we're going to go ahead and hold onto the black spot cards in my hand. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to interweave them here. So here we have a black card and a red card. Here we have a black card and a red card. Have a black card, red card, black card, and a red card. Now if I just give it a second, the simulation rules should apply. If we just take a quick peek at the card on the bottom, that is a black spot card. If we take a quick peek at the card on the top, it is a red face card. But actually, I don't know if you could tell, all of the red face cards have floated up to the top. Is that strange? That's super strange, right? I know that these are just a simulation, but they're playing cards, and they're somehow behaving as though they're like this. I know, you guys are super unimpressed. That's okay. We'll do this again. We'll do this again until you are impressed. Okay? Alright, I'm going to leave the face cards face down, and then we're going to go ahead and grab these. ZD Major 7, thank you so much for the claps. No, I'm just kidding. There are actually 2 phases. I would normally do this anyway, but that's a great time to put a joke into the trick. So, Chan the Magic Man's like, lol, I know what's going on. That's okay. Last time you may have thought that it was easier for me to get the black spot card to sink down to the bottom because um, I started with a black spot card. So maybe instead of starting with a black spot card this time, I will go ahead and start with a red face card. And so here we will red face card it first. So there's red. That's black. Then here we have red. Then here we have black. And we can just speed this up. Red, black, red, black. And we just give it a second. The simulation is complete. It's like the circle is complete for Star Wars, except, you know, the universe is a simulation. Oh, okay. Here we go. They've just separated. Should we just end it as like a comedy routine right there? Actually, I have the sound effects, so I should do it. No. It's not going to be as impressive unless...
Default underscore overlay underscore message. Undefined.
For those of you who missed any sound effect earlier, I messed with my sound alerts this this past weekend, and after every single sound alert, we're gonna get that. So, ta-da! Not magic, but technical issues. All right. Anyway, it's this would be way more impressive. So if the rules to the simulation apply, even though I started with a red card, this should be a black card, right? So here, if I show you black and the top card. Red! Yay! And if I ended it there, it probably would not be that impressive. So let me just go ahead and continue. And here at the bottom, we have a black spot card. At the top, we have a red face card. At the bottom, black spot card. At the top, red face card. And the bottom, black spot card. And the top, a red face card. And that, my friends, is a simulation of oil and water. Alright. Thank you kindly for the claps, ZD Major 7, and the mind blown Kenichi Senpai, and the claps, Kenichi Senpai, Chan the Magic Man. Thank you so much. Thanks for clearing that, Chan. Greatly appreciate it. Alright. Woo! Okay, I plan to do a storytelling trick for tomorrow's stream. Awesome, Chan! Good luck, hopefully it goes well. I hope I will be there for it. I'll see. It kind of depends. Partially on my kid and then on my mental state. Yeah, Mondays are not really the best days for my mental capacity. So I'm always like going to work because I end up staying up late after stream because I'm like after stream and then I do my YouTube video that I publish on my YouTube channel and then I push it up and then I title everything and I schedule them and then by the time I'm ready to go to sleep I'm tired and then I wake up for work. It's just like and then yeah. So we shall see. I'll have to check my sound stuff. So, and hopefully everything is all good. Anyway, the queue is open. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. Here's how. I'm probably going to be going for another half an hour. I think is about my usual schedule. So let me know if anybody wants to see any more magic. Requests are free. I think minimally you just have to follow, which is also free. So Charlie's Beats has requested something. All right, excellent. Let me check out that trick and prepare for that. Thank you kindly for the request, Charlie's Beats. Greatly appreciate it. All right, let's see here. Okay. Oh wait, do I have? Yep, have everything. Iced Flame X, hello, welcome in. How's it going, Iced Flame X? Yeah, not really big into storytelling when performing magic. Oh yeah, I mean, I like making the magic my own and making it personable for people who come to see the magic. Because like my thing, especially I think when people like perform magic in real life, right, is if they can connect with the person that they're performing magic for, it becomes really personal. They're going to remember it, even if it was like a mind blowing trick. But if it's a mind blowing trick that somehow relates to them or makes them think or feel a certain thing, or like is about them, then it's like, oh my god, that was a magic trick. That was a magic trick that, you know. So I was like, this is the way that I should go because the thing is, if you just want to see a magic trick just for the sake of the magic trick, and this is, no offense to literally any other performing magician that doesn't do this, but like, um, there's a lot of performances of magic tricks on like sites like YouTube. So if you just want to see magic, like you don't technically have to pay for it, but like if you were to go see a live show, you should do it because it's going to be like a surreal experience. You potentially get to interact with the magician like live. They could, play off of you. They could get to know you. Like most of what I do on stream here is like you might notice that I talk a lot about like the people in chat or like the people who signed cards because they're the people who support the stream, but also like they're here and we hang out and like I get to know you guys. So it's like it's super cool. But anyway, so that's my general argument for being like, okay, so how could I do magic to set myself apart? Especially because like I've been in magic so little compared to like other people. There are people who've been in magic like 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and I've been in magic for like 5. So, how do I make myself different from everybody else who does magic? Um, yeah. So let's see. Ice Flame says, I'm doing well. Recently, I've been having a lot of Mondays off, so I should be able to watch your streams more often. Ice Flame X, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. Once again, I understand people are busy and with things, so I completely get it. But I am happy to have you if you would like to join. So, all right. So this next trick requested by Charlie's Beats called Jazz Aces. Here we have the 4 aces and the 4 jacks, and I want to do something interesting with these. So first things first, let's go ahead and so we have the 4 jacks over here, and then we have the 4 aces over here. And actually, let me grab the ace of spades because the ace of spades is going to be the one that I use to collect all the aces at later. And so I'm going to place all of the other aces out here like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place one of these jacks down here. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab this ace and place it in amongst these jacks. But all we have to do is grab it, not for real, but spiritually, and drop it and swap places. So that ace is now over here. Because if I show you cards in this pile, these are all jacks. But over here, that ace has hopped over here. Now we have, let's go ahead and place another jack over there. And let's go ahead and grab this ace. And you'll be able to see it in this pile until I snap. Because look, if I show you, these are all jacks now. Because that ace has hopped down here. And now once again we have a jack. Let me go ahead and place that here. And we're going to go ahead and place this amongst the pile. And that last ace is just going to teleport itself. And if I show you, there's actually all 4 jacks here. And down here we have our final ace. And that, my friends, is Jazz Aces. Thank you so much for that request. Charlie's Beats, signer of the Ace of Spades. Thank you so much. Let's see. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, Charlie's Beats. Charlie's got the Pog emotes. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, we got some more requests in there. And then this would be a cool trick to know how it works. Iced Flame X. I will let you know that this trick, this tutorial, is available on YouTube. Full disclosure, there's a lot of bad tutorials. However, you do need to know some sleights first. Let me see. 1, 2. Alright, actually, you really only need 2 sleights, but one of them is kind of harder. But other than that, you can perform this. If you are interested in learning how to perform magic, let me know. I'm more than willing to help people who want to learn how to perform magic. I don't just want to tell anybody and everybody the secrets, because magicians put in a lot of time and effort, blood, sweat, and tears to like learn their routines, to make them perfect, to be able to perform them. And it's like, if you just give away the secret to everybody, then it's like you take away the power from like all other magicians, you know. But if it's for someone who wants to learn how to perform, that's different. So, full disclosure, earlier this stream we found out, spoiler alert, somebody that I was chatting with in another stream, they wanted to learn some magic. So I sent them some tutorial materials that I made that are not publicly available. They're unlisted videos on my YouTube channel. So yeah, I know it's very hard to do sometimes. Yeah, there's a couple of sleights that are super tricky to like get down, but once you nail it, it's like, man, I could do it every time. Then it's like it opens up like an entire branch or family of tricks that you've never done before. And that just doesn't just go for card magic. It's like for other tricks too, right? So it's like, um, so like for example, if I have like a coin right here, right? It's not every day that I could just make this coin go from this to this. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit shiny, right? And yeah. All right, let's see here. So that was Jazz Aces. Next up, we have a request from Ice Flame X. Thank you so much for the request, Ice Flame X. Okay, let me see. How do I want to do this one? Hold on, let me grab something. And then we will perform the trick with these. Okay, hang on, I have to find a couple of other cards here. Actually, I'm gonna... So for anybody who wants to be let in on how some of my preparation goes, I have this box sitting right next to me, and it has... Let me just make sure I don't have my address here, because I almost doxed myself once. It has a bunch of things, and so I'm ready to go for like any of the tricks that people request. So there you go, letting you in behind the curtain a little bit. But you know, if you asked me like 10 years ago, hey, what word would you use to describe magician? And it's like, you know, a lot of people would probably say like, oh, magical or amazing or... And now I'd think the most number one word that describes magicians, prepared. That's that's the word. So that is my word that describes. Okay, yeah, there we go. Actually, wait, one more. Sorry guys, I don't do this trick as often as I probably should, but I like this trick. I would definitely not like to mess this trick up. Okay, all right. There we go. Now I think we are ready. And okay. Okay, I have. Oh, this would be more magical if I shared. Okay. I have 2 piles of 4 cards each. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to show you any of the cards in this pile. I will show you all of the cards in this pile. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all black spot cards. I just want you to remember that I would just want you to keep track. So this is kind of a game of all of the possible cards that are in here. So by the end, I'm going to ask you whether you saw all black spot cards or red face cards, black face cards, or red spot cards. Okay. So first things first. To make this a little bit fair, I'm going to slowly swap cards from this pile to that pile, and then I'll show you all the cards in this pile again, okay? So we're going to first start off by cycling 1 card. Okay, so we'll put that one at the bottom of this pile, take this one in this pile, but now I will show you all of the cards in this pile again. So here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay, they may have all looked like black spot cards. That's okay. We're going to do another round of swapping. So I'm going to now put 2 under this pile, and I will grab 2 cards from this pile, 1, 2, and now we'll show you the cards in this pile. Okay, so here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. They must have all still looked like black spot cards. Okay, so here we're going to go ahead and swap 3 cards. All right, almost all of the cards. We'll grab 1, 2, 3. I'll show you all the cards in this pile again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Must have all looked like black spot cards. And then we're going to do one more swap, and we'll just do 1 card. So here, 1 and 1. Oh yeah, and I'll show you these. So here we have black spot cards. So importantly, at the end of this trick, how many of each type of card did you see? Were all 8 of them black spot cards? Are there only 4 black spot cards and 4 red spot cards? Were there any face cards? Maybe there were 4 black face cards. Maybe there were 4 red face cards. Chan says aces. All right, that's a good guess. Which by definition, 2 of them would be spot cards, right? Because it's just spot cards. All right, so for those of you who have seen this trick before and been here on my stream, or know our friend Rob Kovacs, you will know the ending to this, because these cards say something completely different. They say, hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, so here's my number, so call me maybe. And that, my friends, is an illogical conclusion. What? And if anybody has the call me maybe emotes, feel free to spam them. Hi, maybe. They are Chris M. Yee emotes, which if who signed the 2 of spades. So that's our friend Chris M. Yee. All right, let's see here. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, checking the gaff meter. Welcome in, checking the gaff meter. How's it going? Thank you kindly for the claps. Saki, Chan the Magic Man, Kenichi Senpai, and Saki says, wow, nice. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for the request, Ice Flame X. All right. I would say good pick, good pick. All right, let's see here. All right, next up we have a request from Chan the Magic Man. Chan the Gaff says, "Great, Nom. Thanks. Hiya." Anyway, welcome in. Hopefully everybody has had a glorious weekend, and anybody who celebrated Mother's Day. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and happy Mother's Day to everybody who celebrated Mother's Day out there. All right. Okay. Let me see here. We're going to need this, that, and then there we go. Okay. Okay. Next up, we have a request from Chan the Magic Man. Thanks for the request, Chan the Magic Man. I almost have to say Chan the Magic Man every time. I know Chan's shorter, but like it rolls off of the tongue. Chan the Magic Man. Like it rolls off the tongue, right? It's like a secret name, like Chan the Magic Man, Chan the Magic Man, Chan the Magic Man. Like it almost self echoes. Chan is I know Chan is easier, but it doesn't have like the illustrious allure of Chan the Magic Man, Chan the Magic Man, Chan the Magic Man. All right, so we have two jokers. These two jokers really good at finding cards in the deck. Not just any cards, the most powerful cards in the deck. And so what we're going to have them do is try and find a powerful card in the deck. So, jokers, are you ready to find one? Okay, ready, set, go. They didn't find one. I'm sorry. Jokers, you're embarrassing me in front of I don't know how filled the audience is, but very full audience. I mean, so look, don't frustrate. Oh, jokers, I'm sorry for doubting you. Hey guys, they found a card. What did they find? It looks like they found the Ace of Hearts. Okay, all right. Jokers, we're going to need you to like do something like that again, okay? Because you almost embarrassed me there. And so I don't want to be embarrassed again. Okay, all right. Here. We're going to have them do something active and acrobatic. So we're just going to go ahead and go through these cards like this, and we'll have them capture something. Ready? I don't know if you saw that, but they were very acrobatic. They dove into the deck. They both meticulously combed through, pulled one out, and then jumped back into my hands. All faster than a frame that was delivered to you. Okay, what did they find? They found the Ace of Clubs. Amazing. All right, jokers. Let's see if you can do this while face down. Okay, ready, set, go. Wow, they're so good. Look at that. They found one while face down. I know, super crazy. And then can they find another card? If I just go ahead and just show you this card in the middle of there, it is indeed Jokers. Good job. Well done. I'll give you a treat later. That, my friends, is a different variation of Hellman's Aces. So, yeah. Oh, let me see if I can do the. Can I do this? Okay, nice. All right, that was not bad. Not bad. Okay. Oh, look, I have a heat map. Oh, that's over here. Let me see. Delicious. Okay, alright. Alright, guys. I'm thinking about logging off, ending stream in about 10-ish minutes. So, I would like to. Oh, Chan has read my mind. Chan is calling last call. So if anybody would like to see any more magic, go ahead and make a request. Once again, if you don't understand what tricks equate to what the trick names are, you can do a random request. But I usually also put in a random. Oh, sorry, not random. I usually end the stream with a finale trick as well. I do have a set of tricks that I like to end stream with, and then CD Major 7. I need to go to bed, but I'll start until the end of stream. Okay, stay until the end of stream. Okay, cool. Z Major 7. Don't feel any obligation, but thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. And once again, thank you for the raid today. And thank you to anybody from ZD Major 7's community that has stuck around and stayed for some tricks, or even until the end of stream. But yes, we'll probably be ending soon, so I'm thinking 10-ish minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Okay. I did see Chan say something like mentalism. There's this newish kind of trick that I think I want to do. Wait, does that say Karaka? I am shy, but I enjoyed the tricks. Thank you. Karaka or Karaka. I don't. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Thank you so much for letting me know that you enjoy the tricks. I greatly appreciate that feedback. So, also lets me know that I am performing for people. So that's nice. Yeah, your pronunciation. Oh, okay. Karaka. Okay, excellent. All right, mentalism. We can do one thing. I've been fiddling around with this. Actually, let me pull up my phone really quick. And let me show this new fancy app that I have. It's an app in which I'm going to predict your card. Okay. So I'm going to leave this here just for a second, okay? And what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and go through and actually let me spread the cards here. And if you are on desktop, feel free to click directly on the cards. Oh, wait, we got one. Okay, this one all the way over here. Okay. All right. The thing is, I'm not going to look at this, okay? So I'm going to need chat to take a look. I'm going to close my eyes, turn my head. I'm going to go ahead and show chat this card. Okay. I'll give you a second. Hopefully you can see it. Hopefully there's no glare. Let me move it around just in case there's glare. I swear I'm not looking at it. Okay. All right, I'm going to open my eyes, turn my head. Somebody's got it. Okay, excellent. I'm now going to lose it in the deck. Okay. Chan, I know you got it. I need you to mentally send me the signals into my head. Okay? FYI, we did not set this up, even though he is the other magic man, but this is, hopefully this is a newish trick for you, Chan. Oh yeah, I don't want you to see my password because I have it locked like all the time. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to predict your card. All right, Chan, I'm sensing. Okay, all right. Okay, so face card or number card? Face card or a number card? A red card or a black card? Red card or a black card? Okay, I'm sensing that it is a red number card. Am I correct? Red number card? Red number card? Red number card? Nope. Yeah, this is your red number card, right? The King of Clubs, the red number card that I was saying that you had. Is this the red number card? What? Says Jay the Magic Man. Man, that was yeah. Okay. That was a wonderful reaction, Chan. Was your selection the King of Clubs, Chan? Was that it? All right, excellent. Yes, all right, glorious. The mentalism has worked. All right, let me see here. I don't know. That's on the other side. I gotta grab this heat map. Hold on. Delicious. Okay. All right. Okay. So, thank you, Kylie, for the claps, Chan the Magic Man, and the mind blown Kenichi Senpai. And I don't think I've shown that on stream ever before, so that was the first time. I've actually been using that in real life a lot because that's a nice quick trick, and it like blows minds as the emotes. Wait, as the emotes in chat. There you go. It blows minds. So thank you kindly for the clap, Saki. All right. Let's see. We may have a bunch of new people in chat. So the trick that I would like to show for finale. Oh, so let me go ahead and close the queue now. But I think tonight I would like to perform the trick Dazed. So for the finale. All right. Okay, so it is about that time, everybody. Thank you so much for everybody who came out and hung out with us. Hopefully you had some fun, saw some tricks, enjoyed some tricks, and maybe I instilled you with a sense of wonder. So, if you would like to see more of me and I'm not around, I do only have one stream a week, normally Sunday nights. I call it Sleight of Hand Sunday here on Twitch. But if you want to see more, I have like hundreds of YouTube videos where I do magic. So check me out. Let's see, what else? Guys, let's give some mod love to our mods. So we saw all of our mods tonight. There was the Rusty Panda. I believe Rusty Panda had to go to bed because she'll catch a flight in the morning. So, but please give the Rusty Panda a follow. Please give our mod Gibson Lens a follow as well. Pianist, plays a bunch of music from his memory, from sight reads from songbooks, has created a bunch of his own originals, composer in his own right. And then also Chan the Magic Man. Chan, one of the other few magicians that has a regular magic schedule on Twitch. Normally Chan does Magic Mondays, so check him out. And let's see. Thank you guys for everybody who has interacted with stream today. If it wasn't for you guys, it wouldn't be as much fun. So whether you requested a trick, chatted in chat, clicked on the heat map. Hold on, let me get this heat map eaten. Delicious. If you chose a card or I don't know if we chose a number today as well. So if you did any of those things, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you to all the lurkers out there. And because if I'm just fiddling with cards, there's no magic happening. I know how the tricks are done. But the magic happens in your mind. It's like, so magic's one of those weird things. It's like I can't do magic for myself. I can only do magic for somebody else. Also, disclaimer, if everything that you see here is sleight of hand magic, so if you saw something and you thought it was black magic, sorcery, deals with the devil, everything is sleight of hand magic. And even if it was real magic, that's what I would say anyway. All right. So, oh yeah, one caveat as well for anybody who's new and is sticking around. If I mess up this trick, I don't like to end stream on a mess up trick. So we'll do another finale. But if I end up nailing this trick, then we will end stream. We will find somebody to raid. I oftentimes like to raid out to a bunch of music friends on Twitch. So we'll find somewhere to go. Okay. All right. And with that, let's go to the magic screen. All right. I have a packet of cards here. So first we have a 6 of diamonds. We have a queen of clubs. Now these cards, if I show you the backs, they all look normal from the back. See. However, if I was to flip the packet over, you'll see something strange because there's also backs here. They're all backs except for maybe this weird one because this one is blank. Now these are how cards that come from the factory before they have a face printed on them. So, but with these other cards that are double backed, they have a strange property. If I was to grab the cards and hover them over like the 6 of diamonds, for example, right? Something strange is going to happen. It has a very reflective property. Actually, all of the cards become 6 of diamonds. Is that strange? That's super strange, right? That's super weird. Now, if I was to go ahead and grab these and hover them over the queen of clubs, like, I mean, it doesn't just reflect it. I mean, at this point, you guys know what's going to happen. All of the cards in the packet change to be the queen of clubs. Is that strange? That's super strange, right? And you can even still see these are still all queens of diamonds right now. However, if I just place this blank card, because there's some weird blank card there, and until the very last second, when I turn it over, the blank side is now showing. All of these cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, are all blank now. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? Now, some people want to see the backs at this point, and to that I would say, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that, my friends, I will call a successful performance of a trick called Dazed. Don't lose any sleep over that. All right. Woo. Thank you kindly for the claps, Chan the Magic Man. Thank you kindly for the mind blown Kenichi Senpai. Thank you kindly for the claps, Ice Flame X. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you kindly for the claps, Kenichi Senpai, Gibson Lens. Dang, it wrong one. That's okay, man. I understand. I have been there. I've been on Twitch long enough. I understand when a sub just runs out all of a sudden. Whoa! Or you happen to click and you copy paste and it's like you missed a character. Been there. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats. Saki. There you go. Ice Flame X. You got it. No, Rob changed the emote prefix. Oh, yeah. Because that's right. And thank you kindly for the claps. Checking the gaff meter. All right. Let's see who's around. Good night. Thank you for the stream. Yeah, good night, ZD Major 7. Thank you for sticking around to the end of this. And thank you so much for the raid. Greatly appreciate it. And all right. Let's see who is available. Who is on a Sunday night? We do have some usual suspects. I also have. I may have to. Let me consult. You're welcome for the stream. Thank you, Chan. Oh, hold on. Yeah, let me consult my stream spreadsheet because I have one of those. Let's see. Oh, and for anybody who's curious, tonight was Magic Stream 92. I do have that in my spreadsheet. I don't put it in the thing because I don't know. I don't want it to be too overwhelming for people to be like, oh my god, he's done like 100 Magic streams. Alright, who have we not raided in a bit? Who do I want to raid tonight? Let's see. This person we haven't raided for like... It's been a while. Okay, let's see. You know kind of where I want to go? I want to go... Actually, let me make sure that they are still going on and not ending soon. Mute. Okay. Almost 100? Yeah, I've definitely streamed 100 streams, but I had like 20-ish video game streams. Because I did that Sea of Stars like run. It wasn't a run, I just played the game. So okay guys, we're gonna go over to our friend the Keyboard Grinders stream tonight. So if you would like to come along for the raid, here's a raid call, here's a sub raid call, here's a here's a link if you are left behind, and let's go to the Keyboard Grinder. So yeah, the Keyboard Grinder, jazz keyboardist or pianist. So yeah, let's go over there today. I think a bunch of you also are probably already familiar with him. So all right, Anyway, great seeing everybody. Happy Mother's Day. Take care of yourselves. Remember to hydrate. Remember to stretch. I did not stretch on stream today. I should probably stretch right after stream. But it was great seeing you all. Take care and have a glorious week. All right, we'll see you. Oh, hold on. I have to copy my own raid call. One of the few things I have one job: copy my own raid call. All right, thank you everybody. Have a glorious night, and we'll see you around next time. Bye.